Hey guys, Kev here, and I wanted to just give you guys one last heads up that the Divo Knives Chaser is dropping tomorrow, Thursday, February 20th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and it will be dropping at a few different places. Also, this version right here from Urban EDC will be dropping today, the 19th, at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. There's only 50 of these. You can see it is numbered out of 50. I accidentally grabbed number 1. I actually just grabbed a random one out of the box of 50 after QC, and it just happened to be this 001. I think there was a reason I grabbed it. I think it was because the filler tabs didn't match as well. So anyway, you won't get number 1 because I have that one. Sorry, but there's 50 of them, and the rest there's 100 of. So there's 100 of each of these other versions. This is number 34 of 100 in the Dark Blast and Blurple from Urban Cutlery. And you'll also get a purple set with this knife because it was supposed to be purple, and the manufacturer, Kubi, accidentally did Blurple, so we're giving you both. This one is number 60 of 100, and this is the TPK, TraditionalPocketKnives.com version. This one is Cerakoted, so it's titanium, and then it is U.S. Marine Corps Red Cerakote, and then everything else is satin. Austin over there is a Marine, so he wanted to do something different on this run, and he thought of doing this Cerakote, which I think is a really cool idea, and it looks cool. It's unique, and yeah. So if you're a Marine, or you have a Marine in the family, or you just like red, this one's for you guys. These knives are going to be $219 retail. You're going to be able to use a discount code at most retailers. I don't think you'll be able to use one at Urban EDC, but the rest, Lefty10 should work, or your favorite YouTuber's code from that dealer, and you'll get 10% off, and they'll be just under 200 bucks. So it should be like $198, something like that. This one here is my most carried one. This is the Blade Binge Dark Mode version, and just so happened to be the one that made it in my pocket the most. I like the colorway a lot. It's got teal accents on it, and then everything else is black washed titanium. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure that I like it better than any of the other ones. I actually like them all. It's hard for me to choose which one I like the most. Personally, it might be the Sagaha one. I also really love this one with the purple. I really like the plain Jane sometimes. The flame camo is sweet. The red is really cool. So it's just kind of, random. But I really like the black wash on this. It does make it a little easier to reverse flick it. Same with the acid wash on this one. The satins and the stone wash, you could still do it. But these, it's just really, really easy. So anyway, they're all sweet. But yeah, this one has gotten the most use, and I have really beat it up. I think I was testing the coating here. I can't remember exactly what I was doing, why I destroyed this. But you'll see it is a PVD, so it's not going to hold up like a DLC would. But if you're just going to do normal use, yours isn't going to look like this. I scratched it on purpose. Yeah. So anyway, that's the Blade Binge version. Then we have the Urban EDC Sagaha version. So like the Urban Cutlery one, this one will come with a second set of accents. So this one comes with the Sagaha pattern, and then it has the tabs actually are, they all go together, the milling. you'll see they all go together. Now, if you reverse the clip or something, it's not going to match up on this side. Just keep that in mind. But the filler tabs were all supposed to look like this, where they match basically perfectly to the frame. But because of the thickness difference between the tabs and the handles, it's really hard to get the exact color match. Even if you put them in at the same time doing the anode, they're not going to be the same color. So Kubi, they redid it like 3 or 4 times, and so they did the best they could. Some of them match a lot better than others. It's just kind of hit or miss. But this is one of the ones that doesn't match very well. And honestly, after carrying it for a while, I really like the way it looks. The oils of your hands will really, I cleaned it off with alcohol after a while, but the oils of your hands will really kind of like change the coloring of the anode from purple to blue to blurple. And it kind of kept the coloring, it kind of made it more uniform after a while. So, but if your OCD and that coloring doesn't do it for you, there will be a Dark Blast set in the box. Now, it was supposed to be Dark Wash, which matches the blade, but it's damn near the same. It's just, it doesn't have that like sort of stonewash look to it. But if you install it and carry it, it will. It will. And I installed this. I don't know if I think I showed it in my last video. That was a longer one. And it looks really good. So if this doesn't do it for you, you can throw in this kit, which will just come with the knife, and switch it up. So that's up to you. You could also take the screw out of that kit and put it in here if you want the screw to kind of match the clip. Yeah. The knives are reversible, so you can actually reverse the clip, as you see here. And you can actually reverse the tab as well if you want to. You just flip that around as well. I could probably show you on one of them. I don't know if I have these all Loctited or anything. Nope, this one's not Loctited. So let's say you're left-handed like me, and you just want to have a full lefty knife for whatever reason. You just pop the tab out, pop your screw out, and then you want to push your pivot through, like so. Hold this together, like pinch it so it doesn't, you don't want the blade shifting or anything. And then you're just going to push your pivot through the other side, basically. And if you get stuck like that, where it's not wanting to go through, what you want to do is open the knife slightly while you're holding everything, and it'll kind of punch it through. It's just sometimes the blade needs to shift a little bit. So now that's through there. I can put the tab back in, and I can put it on here. Tighten it down. And now I have a lefty knife, basically. The centering looks perfect, so it's still perfect. Flipping that around, it's possible your centering might be off one way or the other a little bit. You might just have to tweak the pivot slightly, but this one's perfect. Everything feels fine. Everything works the same way. There's no rock, there's no play. Swings down. So you can make it a lefty knife, basically. See? Looks sweet still. And again, this one's stonewash, and I can still reverse flick it. You basically just put pressure right here with your finger. Let's see if I can show you. So I'm putting pressure right here. I'm left-handed. You're going to do it the other way. I'll show you the other way. We're basically just putting pressure right here and then flicking, sliding your finger forward. And if you add a little wrist to it, if you're having trouble, that'll help too, obviously, but you don't need to. Right-handed, same thing. I'm just kind of putting my finger down here into this area right here. And I'm kind of grabbing this spot right here where that hollow grind starts and just flicking. It becomes second nature to you. I've had prototypes, and I've had now the production versions for I don't know, over a year. I think I've had at least a prototype or whatever. So I'm very used to it, and I find it second nature, and it's really fun. But the concept for this knife was to have a nice flipper-only design with the sort of drop spear foot Nessmuck looking blade. I think it came out really good. The flipper tab hides in here, so if you like to choke up like me, you have all that room, but you still have a really cool flipper tab to use. Nice and thin blade with that hollow grind. It's a great cutter. It's a great user. It's definitely one of my favorites when it comes to all-around use for us. You get a lot of belly, but you have a low enough tip that you can just get to utility cuts real easy. But this is the White Mountain Knives exclusive. This is the all stonewash, what I call the basic bitch version. Colin loves this version because he's a basic bitch. And then we have the Divo Direct version. So this is the one we're selling on our website. And we're calling this Flame Camo. Shout out to the old bastard, the old man, Bob Poncho, for giving us that name. It's flamed anno titanium. And then we have all black PVD accents and liner. And then we have a belt satin hollow ground blade. I don't think I mentioned it, but these are S90V blade steel. So you have S90V 61 to 62 HRC. It is a vacuum sealed cryo heat treated S90V. Kubi does a really good job with that. Yeah, I have this one set up lefty as well. So normally it looks like this with the two tabs and the clip over there. And yeah. So this one will be available on our website only. We also have hardware kits. So those are only going to be sold on our website. And we have Zircuti. So we have like 20 of the Zircuti sets. It comes with the backspacer. It comes with the clip. Comes with 1, 2, 3 tabs. And then it comes with the pivot screw. It's going to be a satin pivot screw and a satin clip screw. If you have, say, this version, then you would just reuse your stonewashed hardware to keep the, coloring making sense. If you have, say, this version, you would keep the black pivot screw and clip screw and use that with it because it's going to, match the liner. But you could use the satin one if you wanted to. But yeah, it'll come with the satin pivot screw and clip screw. We also have black kits. We have satin kits. We have blue, purple, of course, and dark blast, I believe. We have the dark blast as well. These two. So we have purple and dark blast separately that you can buy as well. Those will all be available on the Divo Knives website. They're going to be, I believe, $30 for the kits. The Zircuti set is going to be $85. So $85, backspacer clip, 3 filler tabs, and you get the, with all the kits, the pivot barrel is in there. As well as the pivot screw and the clip screw. So you have to reuse the barrel that's in here for the clip. It's real easy. You just literally unscrew this tab off of it. It's not Loctited or anything. It's not hard. But yeah, that is the Chaser, guys, dropping tomorrow at most places today for this one. I'll put a link down below to Urban EDC if you decide to pick this one up. You can use that link, but it's on their gear drop, their normal gear drop at 3 p.m. And then all the other ones are 1 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. I love this model. Like I said, I've been carrying one of them for about a month now since these came in. I carried this one a lot, but I've been carrying the red one the last couple of days and enjoy that. I've obviously carried the flame camo version. I've carried all of them. Carried this one when they first came in for a while. Just absolutely a fun knife to fidget with, carry, to use. It really kind of does everything, which is awesome. I hope you guys like it. We really dig it. You have this little landing pad right here. You see that little chamfer right there? It's on both sides, so that when you pull that flipper tab, you kind of land right there perfectly in that, and it's nice and soft. You don't slide down like a sharp, handle. It's not sharp at all, by the way. The blade is not sticking up. You're not gonna have to worry about slicing your fingers or anything. So yeah, really happy with them and excited about it. You can see there's different milling patterns. So the Divo one has this has the lines. The standard milling pattern, this is kind of the pattern we started with, is this crosshatch. You'll see that on the White Mountain Knives, the Urban Cutlery, the Blade Binge, and the TPK. See it on those four. And then the Urban EDC obviously has the Sagaha. So there's 3 milling patterns. There's 6 flavors. And then there's endless options because you can get the hardware kits as well. So hopefully there's something for everybody here. If you guys have any questions, definitely let me know down below so I can answer those for you before the drop. And if you're going to pick one up, I'd love to hear about it. If you have critiques or criticisms, you can obviously throw that down below as well. We always listen to that feedback. And once you get one, if you do get one, we'd love to get your feedback as well so we can make any necessary improvements that you guys think make sense for any later runs, if we do later runs, depending on how the drop goes. So, yeah, again, there's 100 each of these 5 versions, and then 50 of these. So 550 total knives. And yeah, that's it. I love you guys. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for the support. I know that Austin at TPK, Yongsu at Urban EDC, Eric at Blade Binge, Jesse at Urban Cutlery, Justin at White Mountain Knives, and Colin and I at Divo Knives really appreciate the support you guys have shown us over the years for our businesses, and especially Colin and I'd like to say thank you guys. You've been amazing, and the support never goes unnoticed. So thank you. I love you guys, and hope you have a great day. Peace.